everybody, I am Marco Braga from T2I, Trasferimento Tecnologico and Innovazione, and I am very happy to give my presentation. First of all, my presentation is about training to promote motivation and creativity of young entrepreneurs. First of all, let me introduce my company as a partner of New Entrepreneurs Project. My company is a major innovation agency promoted by the Chambers of Commerce in Italy, particularly Treviso, Belluno, Verona, Venezia, Rovigo, Chamber of Commerce, which are in Veneto region. T2I helps companies to define and develop stable innovation paths through the availability of skills and services with high added value on strategic issues for businesses and economic operators. Our companies seeks to develop an excellent international technology transfer network in order to develop open innovation models. Finally, we like to access to co-financed programs both at the local and at the national and European level in order to implement competitive change activities. As a very small presentation, our company can deal with networking skills, organizational and motivational innovation skills development. We have got an incubator, an accelerator too. We deal with protection and development of products and services in order to help our companies to get to markets. And also we deal with engineering, experimentation and certification. Now, our mission is linked to innovation, research and value, since we are people who like to innovate and experiment, so to offer new services to companies as a result to be competitive in the global market. We would like to address to anyone who believes in growth, consider as development, people are development. People who wanted to improve their products and services have to develop the people working in their workplaces. And the very same thing applies when we address to marketplace. We wanted to reach anybody who wants to innovate, putting people and the human being at the very center of the word innovation itself. Applied research and technology transfer means for us to support companies in making innovation and process in order to recover competitiveness. In such hard times, it seems to be not only a word, but must be a mission. The vision of our direction is to strengthen this approach to market and also to innovation. And as I said before, keeping into mind that putting people at the center is the key word. Now, let's come to fostering startup initiatives. Our instruments. First of all, we deal with vocational training. We give first information. Also, we can deal with one-to-one or group assistance. We like to deal with coaching, personal and group coaching, group training, assistance in preparation of business model, canvas, business plans. We have been experimenting lately with business model U activities. We might call them a life coaching. Very good with individuals. We like to work with companies in our incubator and accelerator, and also we have arranged a variety of networks based on different agreements with banks, business angels. The link between all those activities are our platform, which is called www.entribu.eu, which is a platform that we developed specifically for startup initiatives, specific base for would-be entrepreneurs. It is a platform which is a crowd-generated content repository. There you can find both public and private materials, resources. You can have a very nice search experience. You can find materials that best meet the needs of the users. The material that you can find on entribu.eu are linked to new entrepreneurial activities. Therefore, you can find models of business plans, models of canvas, already prepared ones. You can find events. People can share the information. They can share links. We want to create an aggregated place where people can share, introduce themselves, and work together. Now, coming into the main points of our presentation is to speak about soft skills or life skills. Life skills are a topic that has been developing for long, since the issues of emotional and social intelligence have been presented, and in our opinion, these are major key points or success points when you have to deal with new entrepreneurial skills and when you have to get to prepare people to deal with the market. Particularly making a point about innovation and creativity according to us through the instruments of life skills or soft skills. T2I focuses on them because they are really decisive for subjects, people, human beings, dedicated to self-employment or dedicated to find their way in their lives. As I said at the very beginning of the presentation, our company wants to focus on the power of the people, of the human being. In order to do that, we have to stress the importance of social skills and emotional intelligence skills. The model we use comes from the framework of emotional and social intelligence, and we refer to Dr. Boyatzkis and Dr. Goleman 1996, which is inventory, which is called Emotional and Social Competencies Inventory, developed by them in 1996. You have to take into consideration that 1/3 of our efforts in new entrepreneurship project time workload are devoted to developing soft skills such as leadership, empathy, problem solving, motivation, creativity, because we can say that of course you have to help people reach technical skills. You have to let them know how to deal with bureaucracy, with laws and stuff, but at the very core of the success of each entrepreneurial activity or business, you have to prepare the human being, which is at the center of the process, to deal with those skills that may take him or her to success. And in order to do that, we work a lot on such emotional and social skills. According to motivation, from a technical basis, our psychologists, which are in our company in our work team group, very often use, we say, among many others, theory, one which is called Yerkes-Dawson law theory of the assessment of motivation and stress, which reminds us of some keywords such as eustress, positive stress with a competent use of personal resources instruments, and distress, which is a negative stress with no competent use of personal resources and instruments. It is important to stress that this model helps us and help the people that we follow to distinguish what is a good kind of stress, what from it is not a good kind of stress. In such a way, people can manage in different and hard periods and hard situations how to diversificate and make use properly of a stress in order to make it useful for the reach of a specific goal. In other words, from an empirical point of view, we make use of some tools referred to this mainframe. I may recall just one of them, which is very easy, which is called smarter objectives. They are linked to a theory of smart objectives that are useful in order to reach individual goals. Motivation, smart motivation or smarter motivation can be linked to words like specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-oriented, ecological, and recorded. Let me just say that ecological is not seen from only a green point of view. We're not talking about the issues linked to ecology, but when you say ecological, we are dealing with the ecosystem where new entrepreneurs and people wanting to become entrepreneurs have got to deal. Ecosystem is where we live in. We are all in ecosystems, which means a flux of energy and matter which has to be devoted to the implementation of an activity, but we are not alone. Ecosystems is the dealing of energy and matter living together in an environment and living together with other people. Now, let me come to creativity, which is the other topic of this presentation. Now, creativity is another key point. We wanted to help young entrepreneurs by means of technical tools in order to foster creativity. Creativity has become a very important keyword, but difficult to handle. Everyone wanted to be creative, everyone wanted to attack the market and get to the market being creative. Now, one of our favorite approaches is about the visualization and the imaging of entrepreneurial idea. Visualization means to use card plays, gadgets, instruments for everybody life that can be used to identify their potentialities and useful to develop the entrepreneurial competencies. We usually say that visualization is allied with creativity. Using little simple tools, we can help people visualize their activity, their future. They can set goals and go beyond them to reach them. We also make use of the Arrow Action Plan, which is another model where participants are to envision where they want to be in 1 year. Then they have to define the steps back in order to get to present times, in order to get to those points in the future, but settling down all the steps in order to get there. Finally, getting to the end of my brief presentation, I wanted to thank you for the attention. I hope that my presentation can give a little hint about motivation and creativity we are able to develop in our company, and that we could also present to the benefit of this project. So thanks a lot for following me, and see you soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers.